chapter is a new TV show that is geared towards transforming minds, character, and personalities. In today's maiden episode, we'll be looking at a few things in the area of awareness. But before we go on with that, I would like to introduce my guests in the studio so that you get to know those who will be engineering today's episode. So in the studio here with me, I have a gentleman and a beautiful lady. Then I also have two gentlemen joining us via Zoom. Um, we are taking advantage of the new normal where distance is not a barrier to do anything. So with me in the studio here, I have a very handsome man. His name is Prosper. I said I should say Prosper. Then that's all. I shouldn't say anything. So his name is Prosper. Then I also have Equia Selom in the house. A very beautiful lady, of course. She comes sometimes from Sophia. Then online with us, I have two gentlemen. I will read their profiles to you so you get to know them. So the first one is the head, and he hosts a show on Volta Premier FM called ICT World. This is in the person of Mr. Alfred Enulu Konglo. Yes, he's joining us via Zoom. Then the second person, his profile is quite a lot, but I'll read. Yes, so he's a social worker, a counselor, speaker, and a podcast host. He is the co-founder of Care Bright Institute and founder of Wise and Literature Council. He is a respected and rising voice in psychotherapy and counseling, recognized for his there's a lot of English here. So, Bright blends clinical expertise with spiritual insights, offering holistic framework that speaks to both psychological well-being and purposeful living. As a devoted minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, he thoughtfully integrates faith and professional practice in guiding individuals, families, and communities towards healing and growth. He holds a master's degree in counseling from the University of Ghana and Bachelor of Arts in Social Work and with Studies of Religions. Yeah. He is a member of Ghana Psychological Association, reflecting his commitment to ethical standards and continuing professional development. Yeah, that's a lot of information. He is also the host of the Wise and Literature podcast, where he explores mental health, identity, relationship, faith, and life transitions. A sought-after speaker, he delivers thoughtful, practical, and transformative presentations across professional, academic, and faith-based platforms. And this gentleman is in the person of Mr. Bright Koma. He is also joining us via Zoom, and it's going to be an interesting evening today. Today being our maiden episode. Yes, so we zoom in quickly. Today we are speaking about awareness. Awareness comes before change, as we all know. So, we will zoom in quickly and start with our discussion. I will first of all love to hear from our guests. I want you to hear their voice. I want to hear from our guests in-house before we continue. So, Ever Prosper, you are welcome. Sure.
Yeah,
I'm trying so hard so that I will not mess up.
don't mess up, especially with my name. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm glad to be here too. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming. And we are also glad that hosting you on today's show. And we are being powered by Christoph Media and Christoph Online TV. They are the engineers behind today's show, and they are already doing a good job with that. Okay, so we always talk about self-awareness. That's what we know. What does that truly mean? Let's say beyond simply saying knowing yourself. Maybe as a ladies first, right?
Not always.
So beyond knowing oneself, what is self-awareness?
Self awareness. I feel like there's no other way to say it. It's still just know yourself and just know your true self. Okay? It's easier to say just know yourself mostly, but again, it's know yourself, whether you like it or not. You have to know yourself. That's simply self awareness. Then, when you get to know yourself, then you get to know what you value, what you don't, your beliefs. When you That's how you build all those beliefs and values, and so you know yourself. So if you don't know yourself, you can't do anything. So that's self-awareness generally. Yeah.
So it still boils down to knowing
Know
yourself.
yourself.
Alright. I hope that's that. Self-awareness beyond knowing yourself. What can we say about that?
Right. So, frankly, it starts from knowing yourself very first. And then beyond that, I would say self-awareness also consists of how you impact on your environment, how you impact your environment, uh, how your presence in whatever space you find yourself affects the lives of those who are there. And yeah, basically that would be it. And also probably how those around you, your environment also affects your own life. Right? Not just knowing there's yourself. There's something that is imposed on you based on the environment you are in. And also there's something you give out to the environment you are in because of who you are. Yeah. So I'd say that beyond knowing yourself, self-awareness could also be talking about what you do, the impact you have on the environment, and what the environment also has
So,
on you.
makes
That's how I
sense.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, for Prosper. So going to our online guests, um, Mr. Edulu, please, if you can hear me right, can you share your thoughts on self-awareness beyond knowing yourself? When we say self-awareness, beyond knowing yourself, what else can we say about self-awareness?
Self-awareness, like all the panelists have said, is knowing oneself. For me, knowing oneself is knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, your likes, your and your dislikes, as well as knowing the environment that you find yourself in. Is what forms or informs your personal thoughts about yourself, and that's what guides your
Self-awareness beyond yourself or beyond knowing yourself. What do you have to say about that?
To this wonderful program for you. It's not just about knowing oneself because everybody knows himself. Everybody knows that where he comes from. Knows the name of the father, the dad, knows his bank account. And so generally everybody knows himself. But when we say self-awareness from the counseling perspective, it has to do with becoming more aware of our thoughts and our feelings. And that has been blocked off or been denied. And it also has to do with developing a more accurate sense of how ourself is perceived by others. And so when we talk about self-awareness, it goes beyond what we know, our names, our hometowns, and all of those things. It has to do with an
a full commoner. At this point, we will go in for a short commercial break. Then when we get back, we'll keep, we'll ask more questions and get more understanding about self-awareness. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere.